TST entries are out. Wayne Ellington will be out. K9 is going to be listed as questionable. Monk listed as probable. Everybody else good to go.
Frank, how have you seen the chemistry between AD and Russ evolve, and how important is that partnership and that two-man game going to be this season?
Yeah, it's going to be a big part of who we are, obviously, and it's been really good early on. Obviously, like any new players getting used to each other, there's some miscues early, but I think their chemistry on the court looks really good together so far.
And you mentioned the other day that Rondo and AD have been one of the best two-man partnerships you've ever seen.
Yes.
Are there things that Russ can or should be trying to pick up or glean from Rondo? For sure. Is that something that they talked about how to?
Yeah, I don't know if they're having private conversations. I'm sure they are knowing Rondo, but it's every time we show Rondo setting up AD, we're communicating those types of setups with the group, and I think Rondo being around that Russ AD chemistry is only going to facilitate and make it happen faster.
Frank, how are you going to manage LeBron's workload this year?
Day to day, we will. We'll be intelligent. He's someone that if he feels well wants to be in there. Obviously it's probably don't want to have him play 82 games, but we're not going to pre-script X amount of nights off. We're going to take it as it comes throughout the year.
How about minutes?
Minutes, we still want to be around the 34 range as a script at 34 to 6. At 34 to 36, and then obviously hope for situations where the group out on the floor is playing well, where you can leave them over there a little longer. It actually in some ways, if he stays over there too long and gets cold, it's worse for him than to get back in there. Especially he's been playing this type of rotation for so long. But we want to keep it around 34 minutes ideally.
Frank, on that note, LeBron's obviously really good the last 2 years, but what do you expect might be similar and different this season from him, since he had the summer to recover and removed from a bubble season and compressed season?
Yeah, well, anytime, obviously he has the type of summer that he had 2 summers ago. He comes in with renewed energy, and he's very excited to get back out there. Obviously we expect him to play at a super high level. And I know he's very motivated to play with this group, this fierce team. He's off the ball more, with Russ bringing some, so there's I think there's an energy, factor there, in terms of not having to do all of it. That should benefit us, him and our team overall. And so, obviously we expect to have a great year.
You coach players through sort of individually emotional games, like when AD goes back to New Orleans and that kind of thing. Tomorrow, Russ plays his first regular season Lakers game. How do you manage that? Is there advice you give him, or do you just give him space to kind of handle it on his own?
Yeah, just keep an eye on him. Obviously he's seen it all, in terms of these types of emotional games and big games and whatnot. And, obviously he's going to want to, just go out there and kill it right away. So if we need to take a timeout or get it for subs, we'll be ready to, but I don't think he needs to, sit down or anything like that.
Frank, you kind of challenged your team, I think, now this administrator, to tick up the intensity, like the preseason was what it was. You saw a flash in the second half. Did any of that carry over into kind of the build up to this game? And how comfortable are you that preseason sort of intensity level was just sort of an amount?
Yeah, I think the intensity level wasn't all that poor in the preseason. I think the sloppiness was poor, and then the carelessness with which we played was poor at times. But I think our guys
maybe it's focus is better.
Yeah, I think that will be, I think that'll be different, coming into game one. But it doesn't change the fact that there's going to be, an adjustment period for our group. There's no doubt about that. We've seen that every day we've been together. It's just in the midst to our group that is going to be there. But we have a mindset to have big picture patience, but in the moment urgency. We're treating every minute we're on the floor like we have to win that possession, that quarter, that game. But obviously having big picture patience.
Does that then become kind of an effort thing, sort of, in those possessions while you figure out fit and stuff like that? Can something as simple as playing harder mitigate some of the?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a problem playing hard. We shouldn't. I think we're motivated to be a great team, and I don't think if we're not playing well, it's likely not going to be because of that. It's going to be because of newness and obviously a new group coming together.
Right, you decided when you were studying lineup.
Yep.
You decided to study lineup, are you going to tell us today?
I have decided, and I am not going to tell you.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, with Russ, most of the outside focus is on the offensive end, but given what you guys have accomplished the last 2 years defensively, what's the vision at best with him? How are those conversations been? How does he fit into what you want to do?
Yeah, bring his athleticism and IQ to our schemes. Obviously, we're different than the way a lot of teams defend with our scheme. So, with Melo, with Russ, with Monk, with K9, with all these guys coming in, there's even DJ. There's going to be an element of still instinctually, being sharp with with executing our schemes. But we expect him to be great in our scheme in terms of executing our scheme with the athleticism and passion that he brings to the game. But, that's definitely going to be an adjustment period as well.
I'm curious, a player that magnitude comes your way, and given how much film work you've always done, do you even go through and look defensively at the highs and lows of these past few years to get a better sense of who he is right now?
Yeah, we looked at tape in the summer of him on both sides of the ball. And then right now, we have an assistant coach sits with him after every preseason game, to go over his defensive coverages and, just try to fast track it as quickly as we can. And obviously watch a ton of tape with the group, so he's getting it in every way we can.
Which coaches?
So,
All right, we'll end with Trudell on Zoom, please.
Hey, Frank, you were discussing the bronze minutes a second ago. Just wondered if you had considered Westbrook's number and if it was a specific range that you'd like to stay in and how much, impact that your conversations with him have over that versus what you're looking at for the rotation.
Yeah, he and LeBron and AD, will all be in that mid-30 range. Is the best way I would put it for those three guys.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Frank, blink twice if it's DJ.